What's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. I have not uploaded in a very long while, and I said I would upload consistently throughout this prep, but I haven't. What I want to do for you guys is offer you guys opportunity to show you how the most effective way when it comes to weight loss. I think a lot of people, when they try to lose weight, what they try to do is they try to reverse engineer everything and try to overcomplicate everything. It's actually a lot more simple than you think. So just stop trying to make it so complicated. I'm going to show you a pie chart with my, I like to call this my knowledge board. That's what I'm going to call it now whenever I explain stuff to you guys. But I'm going to explain to you guys what most people are doing nowadays and why it's not going to get you the results you want, and what you need to be doing should get you the results that you need. And now I'm going to draw on my fancy little knowledge board here a graph of what most people are currently doing when it comes to their weight loss goals. So let me get this black one. Hopefully you guys can see. I'm gonna stand a little closer here, and I'm gonna try to draw the best perfect circle that you guys will ever see. It'll probably be so good. You guys just won't be able to imagine how good this is. Actually, that's pretty darn good. You guys see that? That's maybe you guys don't really care, but that's actually pretty darn good. Okay, now I'm gonna draw alright, well, whatever. I'm going to draw a chart. I'm going to explain everything kind of square by square. So this 80% here, what most people are doing currently when it comes to weight loss, again, they're spending a lot of time doing unnecessary, I think, cardio. That's what they're doing. 80% of their time is spent doing cardio, whether that be on elliptical, treadmill, running, doing a lot of high active classes that have no stop to them. Basically, you go through a long period of time with no rest in between, and for what most people like to call entertainment purposes. They're trying to work hard but not smart, which is funny because if you actually know what that actually means, working smart is where you're working hard. And a lot of people are actually doing the opposite. They're working hard, but they're not working smart at all when it comes to weight training or weight loss. So they're spending a lot of time doing unnecessary cardio. Again, and the reason why, again, I don't think cardio is a bad thing. I think cardio is definitely a good thing for people who are endurance athletes, who are people trying to perform at the peak of their level when it comes to running or doing marathons or doing something like that. But for the most average people, they're not trying to do that. They're not trying to perform at an athletic level to where they actually need cardio and need a lot of cardio, to be honest. You get a lot of your cardiovascular health, actually, if that's what you're worried about, from what I'll explain later with HIIT training or even weight training. Just you got to change the intensity up, and if you change the intensity up, it can actually raise your heart rate up, and you can actually benefit from it a lot more. But again, you're doing unnecessary cardio, and the reason why it's one of the worst things to use your time when you're thinking about trying to lose weight. One of the key things is try to maintain as much muscle mass as you can. If for most people, they don't have enough muscle mass on their body right now. When it comes to females, obviously as a female, it's going to be harder for you to have muscle mass or to keep muscle mass, especially if you haven't been working out or you haven't worked out at all. So why neglect the weight training part of it, which I'll explain later, but why emphasize your time on cardio a lot and breaking down too much muscle to where it can negatively affect you? Because the more muscle you can put on, the more muscle you can at least retain as a female, or retain what you already have. The more your metabolism is going to raise up, the better, more efficient you're going to be at burning calories. And that's what we want to be again. That's where the working smart comes in. You want to be more efficient at burning calories throughout your day than just trying to finish it all in one term. I feel like people who do cardio are kind of short-term thinkers. And if this is you, I don't mean to offend you, but I do think anyone who does cardio and wants to do this is because they're short-term thinkers. They don't want to take the time. They don't want to take the effort. They don't want to work hard for the long-term results. They want to try to get the results in 3 days. They want to get results in a week, in 2 months. They want to get the results like this. And that's because as a society, that's kind of what we've been developed into, is that very here and then. We have fast food chains. We have all this stuff, microwaves, whatever you want to call it, instant gratification generation, that we want everything right away, and we don't want to be patient enough and put in the hard work to actually get the right results that we want, that we can maintain it for longer term. So I always think of people who do cardio as their main thing when it comes to lose weight. Short-term thinkers. You're trying to do it as quick as you can. You don't have the patience to actually sit down and make a game plan and actually take the time to actually lose the proper amount of weight the right way. That way you don't regain it back. So again, with cardio, a lot of stuff is just you're burning through all your fuel. You're burning through all your fuel source. When you do a lot of steady state cardio, a lot of cardio that's long duration, you're gonna burn through your carbs. Then you're gonna go through your fats, and if you actually go through your fats, then you're actually gonna go through your protein. You're gonna start breaking down muscle in order for your body to get energy. Your body all it wants to do is survive, so it's gonna start breaking down muscle in order to keep it running longer. And that's what the thing we want to avoid. Again, I don't think it's a bad thing to do. I just think it's the least important thing to do when it comes to weight loss. But this is what most people are actually starting to do. They're doing a lot of cardio, which is unnecessary. Here's the second part of the pie, which I think is shocking. So it's 10% is going to nutrition. And nutrition's got to be the most important thing you do when it comes to weight loss. So a lot of people are actually neglecting it more than they think. They're actually thinking that because they do all this cardio, they're going to lose excessive amount of weight and then compensate from not eating as healthy as you should be eating, which that's a complete mistake for most people. If you're trying to overcompensate your bad eating with a lot of cardio, you're actually forcefully neglecting yourself. You're not going to accomplish anything. You're actually working backward instead of forward. And that's what a lot of people do. They think that I ate this bad meal for this. I ate this bad meal, so that means if I do extra cardio, I'm able to lose the weight, and it's not going to affect me. That's not the way you do it. You still got to be eating the right foods. You still got to find out what you need to be eating. And the way you do that is you find a coach. You find someone that can kind of mentor you, or a fitness coach, someone who actually knows what they're doing, kind of set you up a guideline, a plan that you specifically can follow, because everyone is different. Everyone's going to need a different amount of calories. Everyone's going to need a different amount of protein, carbs, and fats they're going to need per day. And essentially, when it comes to losing weight, I just want to kind of clarify for you guys, and I'll kind of explain it in another video about how to break it down and how to set up your macros and stuff like that. But what you really want to do is find out how many calories you need per day to maintain your body weight. Once you find that, you actually can, then you can, if you're trying to lose weight, then you can subtract those calories by 200, 500 calories. This is the easiest way to do it, easiest method to do it. And from that, once you find out how many calories you need to lose weight, then from that you can start breaking down to the amount of protein you need, amount of carbs, amount of fats, and that's how you get your macronutrients, and that's what you need to follow. But again, most people neglect this part, which I find is just a mistake. You're just wasting your time doing the unnecessary cardio, and you're trying to compensate and doing all that cardio again because short-term thinkers do this. They don't want to put it along, and they don't want to have to eat right. They don't want to put the time to eating right, so they're going to do this instead of taking the time doing this. So hopefully you guys can see that kind of. Does that look better? Okay. And then here are the last two. So 5% here, 5% here. This is HIIT, and this is weight training. HIIT and weight training. So this is what most people are doing again. So they're doing very little HIIT. Again, HIIT is another form of cardio, but it's a way that you can actually let your body rest and not burn through all those fuel sources like this. So what you do with HIIT is it depends on kind of the variations you do, but you can do 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. But what you'll do is you'll essentially do an exercise or a workout for about 20 to 30 seconds of a high intensity. When I mean high intensity, I mean trying to go all out. If you're looking at a scale from 1 to 10, you're probably anywhere from an 8 to 10 on your exertion of force that you're trying to push through. That's kind of how you should try and hit for the most part. You're trying to really exhaust your body. Then for another 30 of the remaining seconds of a minute, then you're resting. You're letting your body rest. You're letting your energy sources kind of come back. You're not trying to burn through all your energy sources. You're letting it rest. So which actually again doesn't go through all your energy sources as fast, and it doesn't break down the muscle that we need it to do. But people are neglecting that. They're actually putting that at the far end of it. And I'll kind of explain on the other chart a little better. But then the last one is weight training. So it's just nowadays that it's become more common that more people are trying to do weight training. I think because more people are starting to realize the more benefits it does to them. Longer term, the better health benefits and retaining muscle mass, strengthening bones, ligaments, joints, the importance of it helping with your overall health, cardiovascular, whatever it may be. But I find it ironic that some people still leave it at the far end of it. That's actually the next thing to nutrition is weight training. People are neglecting it so much, and people are neglecting for all sorts of reasons. Females neglect it maybe because they feel like if they do too much weight training, they're going to build too much muscle, they're too muscular, and they're going to actually negatively affect what they're doing, which is completely false. You cannot, as a female, it's already difficult for you to build muscle. All right, unless you're taking testosterone, which I believe most females aren't. Then there's no way you're going to be able to build enough muscle or get bulky, how you want to say, enough, like you think you are. Now, if you are getting bulky, you might want to actually check your nutrition because maybe that's not on point. Maybe that's not the right thing that's going, and it's not so much the weight training and everything. Again, weight training is going to speed up your metabolism and it's going to raise your muscle mass, which is going to be important for long-term weight loss goals. Again, it's going to be more important for your bones, your joints, your ligaments. A lot more of the safety hazard if you do it right. Again, just like nutrition, find a coach, find someone, find a gym, find a trainer that's going to be super knowledgeable on how to weight train correctly to where you actually know how to do things properly, which will actually benefit you long term. Again, you can do weight training, but if you're doing it improperly, you're just wasting your time. You're not using your time to the most efficient way. So again, find someone knowledgeable, find someone who knows what they're doing. Let them help you weight training if you've never done it before. Now, if you've done it before in the past, you kind of know what you're doing, then yes. I assume people who are watching this and know how to weight train, all this is they probably don't do this anyways. So weight training is something they like. It's one of the most important things. But this is the chart that most people are doing. As you can see, a lot of cardio, fairly their nutrition's okay, and then not using their time efficiently with weight training and HIIT.